From Sonny-Fitness, okay, with another meal for the summer. So what we're going to do here tonight, okay, I've got this iron plate. It represents the barbecue grill. All right, we've got this heating up. Okay, I put a little of a no-stick spray on it. All right, so for the summer, what we're going to do tonight is a sirloin steak. This is a sirloin steak. Sirloin is the steak to use because it has no fat in it, so it's a good steak to use. All right, now I've got some mushrooms here that are all been washed, and I've got some zucchini, I've got some carrots, and I got some parsnips. We're going to do a little different with the parsnips. Okay, so they've all been washed. All I did was slice them down. I've got a sweet potato because that's going to be our fast carb. What I did with the sweet potato, washed it, rubbed it with the grapeseed oil. What I do with that, I put some holes in it with a fork, and I put it in the microwave for 5 to 7 minutes. Depends on the size, how long you're going to have to cook it. When you take the knife and put the knife through it, it's soft, it's done. We'll go back to the baked potato a little bit later on. Okay, so I've got the mushrooms here, I've got my vegetables here, and I've got my grapeseed oil, which I always talk about the grapeseed oil because when you heat it up, doesn't go into trans fat. So I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of this on here like this. Okay, like this. Now you got to be careful because with the oil and your barbecue, you know, you're going to get a little flame. You got to keep turning it and be careful with it. So what I'm going to do is just give it a fast little bath in the grapeseed oil. We just want to coat it. Just want to coat it a little bit. All right? Now, this has been heating up, so it would be the same thing with your barbecue. You know, you got to have it hot. Now, I had a couple of people ask me some questions about the barbecue, gas barbecue, charcoal barbecue. Okay? Personally, when I'm barbecuing, I like to use charcoal, or the briquettes, whatever you want to call it. I prefer it over the gas. I just don't think you can get the propane gas barbecues or natural gas barbecues hot enough, but that's an option up to you, okay? I do the coals, and I think it's a little bit better. Okay, so what you see here, we rubbed this, they've been just sliced down the carrots, zucchinis. We're going to just put it on here, and we're going to let these cook a little bit. Matter of fact, because it's not hot yet, we can do it like this a little bit faster. Okay, yeah, that's good. Okay, put these like this. Now, you could, what I usually like to do with the charcoal barbecues, I put more coals at one end than the other end so I can control the fire how I want to move it back and forth. That's a little something you can think of. These mushrooms I already had put the grapeseed oil on. Let's go like that. I can hear them sizzling. Let's get rid of that. Okay, now I want to talk about what we're going to do here. We're going to take this we're going to take this no salt product. I've talked about this many, many times. No salt. It's salt without sodium. You need something to enhance the food. I recommend no salt, sodium free. So we're going to take this and we're going to sprinkle a little bit this on there. Enhance the flavor. And once I turn this, I'm going to put another little shake on there. I'm going to take black pepper. This is all optional, up to you too. And I'm going to throw some black pepper on it. Now, periodically, what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep turning that. Okay, here I've got the sirloin steak. All right, what I'm going to do with the sirloin steak, that I'm going to cook last. I'm going to just put a little bit of no salt on there, and I'm going to put a little bit of black pepper on it. Okay, let it sit there a little bit. Okay, so now we're going to let this cook for a while. So I'm going to be turning this, and I'll get right back to you.
2, 1.
Okay, I've been turning this. We've got them nice and a little golden brown. I'm going to take them off. Okay, and I resalted them again when I turned them, so you know, with the no salt. Let me get these off here. Okay. Oops, I use some fork here. Now be careful, these grills get very hot even if you're outside on your barbecue. They get very hot. You need to be very careful. Use gloves if necessary. Okay. And we're going to build a fat-burning meal here. I want to talk to you about the steak. Well, I'm putting the steak on. Get these mushrooms right off. I like to have my steak medium rare. Or if you like yours medium, that's fine too. But let's put this to the side. Let's get the steak on while I talk a minute. Okay? Now, when I turn that, I'm going to resalt it and pepper it. But I want to talk to you about the steak. and I want to talk to you about hamburgers. All right? Because I like my steak medium rare and my hamburger medium rare. And even if you did kind of like want it just medium, I'm going to tell you the trick here. To have the outside nice and charcoal brown and the inside red. My hamburgers and my steak, I cook frozen. I do not cook them thawed. All right? This way here, I can get the outside nice and crispy and the inside is still red. All right? But remember, in like the hamburger and the steak, the red in the middle is the protein when it's red like that. So anyway, that's what I want to know. They tell you. The steak has to be frozen or your hamburger has to be frozen to keep it crispy on the outside, nice and red in the middle. Okay, so what we're going to do is I'm going to let this cook down a little bit, okay? And then I'm going to give it one turn, and then we'll take it off and build our plate.
2.
Okay, I've got my steak all done here. I moved it over to the side. Okay, I flipped it twice. I put the little no salt and pepper on it. Okay, now I talked before about the sweet potato, so let's talk about that right now. Okay, here we go. What I did with the sweet potato, I washed it, fork, put the holes all around it so the air comes out. Rubbed it with the grapeseed oil. Okay, now this one here is pretty big, so I had to cook this for 7 minutes. Once you try it like this, the fork, the knife, whatever, goes into it nice and smooth, it's done. What I want you to do with this, I want you to eat the skin. Okay, so let's get our flat burning plate. All right, so I've got my fast carb, my slow carb, my protein here. I got my plate. All right, you can see what we're doing here. Let's get this here like this. Make this nice. Now, this is a nice summer meal. Out in the barbecue, you barbecue this. This is nice. Okay, here's my sweet potato, which is done. Okay. Okay, which is our fast carb. Okay, and I'd say only eat one. Put this, give this to somebody else, save it for tomorrow. You can heat it up. All right, I want to get my steak, okay, which is my protein. Okay, let's get that right over here. There we go, my steak. Now, of course, by the way, I cut it open to see how I wanted it, and it just was nice and a little rare and pink in the inside, so we're good there. All right, now we're going to do our vegetables. All right, now you can see the grill marks on here. That's when I know it's done. Okay, so let's get this built right here. Now, this is a lot of food, but it's a fat-burning plate. You eat all of this, and as far as like the squash and zucchinis and the mushrooms and things like that, or your vegetables, you know, even if you do an eggplant on the grill, which I'll do one with eggplant, you can eat as much of that as you want. Okay, so don't think that there's a limit to the vegetables. There is not. Okay, put this to the side. I got my mushrooms over here. Nice grilled mushrooms. Let's get this out of the way here so I can talk to you a minute. All right, we've got a fat-burning summer plate here. That's a lot of food. That's a lot of food that's going to make you lose weight because it's the combinations of the food. We got a fast carb, we got slow carb, and we got a protein here. Okay, we got the sirloin steak because the sirloin doesn't have the fat running through it. Okay, and that's good for you. All right, now I want you to go outside. I want you to get out there on your grill. I want you to make this. You're going to love it. Don't forget pepper. You use the no salt. Okay. The sweet potato, showed you how to do it. It's delicious this way. This is Sonny from Sonny's Eat Well Club. Remember, I'm the real deal when it comes to weight loss and fat burning meals. Don't forget, like, comment, and subscribe.